Join me on a fantastical adventure on this really crappy map. I really hate this map. Hey, this is post commentary here today. I am I.B.B. and you can see here I'm dropping in with my griff, mid-range griff that is. And I like to drop in on this map here as of late with this bot if I happen to have it in my hangar. Whatever mid-range bot I happen to have in my hangar, I like to drop in first on this map with that. Because there's a couple of reasons. One, if I have to go get that beacon, I gotta go get that beacon. But then, in order for me to go and find someone to engage, I don't have to actually travel as far to try and engage them, because I have a 5 or a 600 meter range on the weapons. So that's the reason why I do that. Now, if I don't have a mid-range bot in my hangar, then I like to drop in with my fastest bot so that I can go get far-reaching beacons or whatever. And then sometimes I just completely throw all that out the window, do the exact opposite, and go shoot people in the face. It depends on my mood, really. So here's two games I'm actually going to feature in today's video. And both of these are with my clan. That's why there's no live commentary, because I was on comms with these guys when we were playing these games. But in both of them, I'm going to warn you right now, are not high-scoring games. And there's a reason for that, because sometimes when I play this map in particular, I do not play this map for damage. I don't play it to be high on the scorecard. I play it to win, because I lose on this doggone map all the time. And so I tried to take the fastest route to the fastest win that I can possibly take on this map. And then so that's just sort of what I've always done. So if I've got to go get beacons in a slow heavy bot, then I'm going to go get beacons in a slow heavy bot. So here I'm deciding to go ahead and stay on this side of the map. Now normally what you want is when you spawn over here on this side, it's wise for most of your players to head across the map and engage that center beacon over there. Because I don't find, even if they come down to challenge our home beacon here, I don't find that it's an extremely effective thing to do. And if they do get our home beacon, they don't hold it for very long. Unless I'm just in a really, really crappy game with a bunch of crappy players. Now that shot that you just saw me take right there on that griff that was like, you know, almost 500 meters away, that's almost a trick shot, because I know that they've reversed the updates to these rockets here as of the last couple of days, but when this video was recorded, the updates were actually in force on these updates, so you were no longer able to shoot beside a building that someone was hiding behind and still get damaged. So if you were shooting like that, it would actually fly by them in that case, unless you were inside of a hitbox. So that's, you know, when this was recorded, being able to make that shot from such a distance at a moving target while I'm moving as well, that's pretty much a trick shot in some regards. Now you can see here in this bot, I have about 9,000 HP left, and yes, oftentimes I will get rid of a bot in a situation like this, but this is one of those situations where I decided to keep this, because I still had 3 of my 4 weapons, and I felt like I could, you know, be of some assistance over here, and 2, I'm almost dead, so that means that players are going to be targeting me and not my teammates. So the fact that I had other teammates around here with me meant that I was probably going to draw a lot of this fire, which was going to keep the fire off of them. And so that's why, you know, one of the reasons why it's actually helpful to stay in a bot that is wounded like this. And if you actually back this video up a little bit and just sort of check out how many bots I'm actually able to put fire on, and with 9,000 HP, now I have 6,200, so I've only given up a couple thousand HP, and how many bots have I been able to put fire on before I actually got taken out? I mean, I would say that is a pretty successful run in a wounded bot, and I felt like I really got the max that I could out of that bot. So here I no longer have a mid-range bot in my hangar. I got taken out with that one, so I decided to put the fastest bot that I have in my hangar into the game. Because if we need to go and grab center, or I need to back up center, I want to be able to go get over there as fast as I could. Now, you can see me going back and forth with my view. I'm scanning ranges, I'm scanning movements, I'm seeing where my team is, I'm checking the sides of the screen for movements of arrows, both purple and red, to see where is it that I am going to be the most helpful, where is it that I am needed. And I'm actually formulating a plan, and I was actually formulating this plan back when I was scanning the battlefield just a moment ago. And that was, I wanted to work my way over here to try and get this damn beacon. So everything that I was doing up to this point was actually to try and work my way around that. But first I had to sort of take out those guys at center. And I knew that once I had done that, it was pretty much a clear shot over here to grab this. And it was such a close game at this point, you can never really quite tell when your team is going to mech out or when they're going to start meching out, if they ever will. And so I really wanted to grab these beacons and put pressure on these guys. And at this point, they really, I don't know if they took their eyes off the ball. Maybe they were just in slower bots. They couldn't get over here across the way. But I was actually able to take this. And I think at this point, they probably just said, okay, this is a loss. We're going to go for some damage. And because you can see them all sort of make their way over to center here. And so I'm able to come in on the side and put some fire on these guys. And you'll have to excuse certain moments in the commentary here where it goes silent or whatever. Because I actually have, this is a slight cold. One of my kids brought home a cold the other day and I caught it. It's not too bad, but it is kind of messing with my throat a little bit here. So anyway, that is game number 1. And you can see the end scorecard here, only 357 on that. So that map really messes with my average damage per game. But I don't consider that to be a failure. I really felt like I was really pivotal in that win for my team. I was able to put pressure on center. I was able to help out a teammate take out a couple of reds over at center. And then I was able to actually run over there and grab that damn beacon, which pretty much sealed it at that point. So for game number 2, we're going to drop back in here on Springfield. And I wanted to feature these games here on Springfield for a particular reason, because you know, oftentimes players will play this game and they play it for damage, and I think there's this mindset out there where if you don't get first, second, or third on the end scorecard, then you really haven't contributed to that win. Because oftentimes I'll see on Facebook or you know, wherever it is that I'm seeing this online app or whatever, someone will post a photo and there'll be 5 team members all squatting together, and then they'll have one random who just happened to be on the bottom of the scorecard, and they're just raising Cain about that one random not being any good. And to be honest, I hold judgment on stuff like that, because you never know what that random was doing. You never know what that guy on the bottom of the scorecard was doing. They may not even have the most beacons in the game, but if they've gotten a couple of pivotal beacons at the right moment to seal a win, then that is always a good thing. And that's something that I always want teammates to do. So I usually try to hold judgment on teammates, no matter where they are on the scorecard. Try. I don't always do it. Sometimes I'm pretty doggone judgmental, but yeah, that's the way it goes in a game like this. So I find myself just a little bit too close right here. And again, this video is recorded when the updates were still in force. Pixonic had not rolled them back just yet, and so you've got to hit a very specific point on these bots in that hitbox in order to do any kind of damage. You can't just fire beside a building that they're hiding behind. So over here, I wanted to get some fire on this guy to help take down his Ansel shield a little bit. But then I realized that Kill 'Em All over there actually had plasma and it really wasn't needed. Nobody else was putting any fire on him. So I decided that since Smoo over here was going to go get center, I was going to see about working my way over to go grab that damn beacon just like I did in the previous game. Because once again, this is a pretty close battle as well. However, this guy is actually going to block my path. I'm going to keep myself down underneath here. I know he's got plasma over there, that Lancelot. So I'm going to keep myself under here. I really can't do anything to him because of the Ansel shield. I do have maxed weapons on here, but that's still not going to be able to take that Ansel shield down. And so I saw that he was cutting off my path, so I really needed to get outside of his 350 meter range. That's why you saw me jump. Just when I realized he was going to come up over that hill, and then the terrain was no longer going to protect me, I decided to jump out of his 350 meter range. So here's somebody, and then I realized this guy has mid-range, and he just became the priority target for me. Since he's got mid-range, I've got to take him out. And he's going to get this center beacon. However, I am not actually going to challenge him on that. I'm going to go for this damn beacon over here. Because I do have mid-range weapons on here, so if somebody should happen to take out his Ansel shield, I should be able to get a shot in on him, but still make my way over to this damn beacon. So I only came up far enough to where I thought I could get some shots in over the terrain right there, but I really wasn't all that successful with that. So I just decided, yeah, I'm going to boogity-boo on over here and try and get behind cover before he, hands me my rear end. And then once I grab this beacon, I can pretty much play peekaboo with this guy around the structure and pretty much, for a while, maintain this as a blue beacon. Which is my plan. If I don't get hit by somebody with long-range trebs or something like that from across the map. And I know I've got teammates over on the side there. And I'm actually, I think, if I remember correctly, I'm asking for help. To help take down his shield, which is why you see Turtle over there firing at him. Because then, if we get that shield down, I can put some fire on him as well. And I actually make a mistake. I'm so eager to get around this corner that I actually get stuck on that wall. So I just decide, I'm gonna stay out of the line of fire. Shield is down. Now I can put some fire back on him. But Turtle actually did the deed, and so we were able to keep this beacon. And I think that this exchange right here on this map is actually what seals this game for us. I know that if you look at the beacon bar, it's pretty even, but we're up 4 beacons to 1 at this point. And that pretty much seals the game. So I'm looking at that and I see it, and so I decided to come out on my Griff with plasma, and instead of working my way over across this map, I'm just going to go and take the shortest route possible to go get some HP. I'm going to go engage these guys, and if I can flank them, I'm going to flank them. I see trebs, so I'm trying to get behind cover. And now, where I'm trying to go is right back behind these structures right in front of me. And this is actually a really good engagement here. He's got splash, I have plasma. We're both working cover. Both working corners. So, I'm just going to shut up and let you watch this. And he's got a shield. So, just watch this engagement. Patience. right now, patience. Most players would run up there and try to engage him right away. That's a sure sign of how you're going to get taken out and you're going to lose that one-on-one battle. Do not get impatient. So you can see my patience there. When he revealed himself, I took the jump. And now I'm just using that increased damage of the plasma weapons to try and take out his shield and get him while he's trying to take that cover. So that was a pretty good engagement where I was probably outmanned, outgunned on that one. He had a better bot in that situation for that engagement, and yet I was still able to take him out. So thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. I have new gameplay videos every single day. You can see, again, on the bottom, but I do believe that what I did in that game was pivotal to bring home the win in the manner in which we did. All right, we'll check you later.